Hello, this is FG back with the for Anbennar. This is part 3, I believe, of Luciande. Picking up where we left off after fighting another big war to effectively unify Western Escann. I think we're actually in a really solid position. Where we are, there's nothing that really any other power can move into Escann and take what is rightfully ours. Raven March is allied to us, so Corveria can't really move in. We actually might get Raven March as our PU, depending on if he dies sooner rather than later, because he has no legal heir. Another conversion. We want to enforce religious unity. We don't really actually care about converting any of the Orc provinces. Okay, that can come off. I'm gonna exercise for the moment. Born dead and reborn unalive. Once more in his prime, better than his prime, Cassier walks the earth. Each of his steps sent tremors down the spines of his men. No one knew if it was fear or pure force. No one dares question his orders, or his suddenly reclaimed youth. He is once more ready to serve and command the legions of Luciande. Cassier's command. Land leader shock and just straight up discipline. When alive, the voice of Cassier alone was enough to reach the ears of 2 battalions. Now the booming voice reaches the deepest depths of the souls of whole armies. Under Cassier, no soldier falls out of formation. Under Cassier, the communication within military commands is impeccable. Under Cassier, no soldier dare makes mistakes. Deep within, they all know a mistake makes you the next one. So, yeah. Try this. We can also try and worker slavery pays off. Verton gets nothing. Does not pay off. Game lied to me. We also need to convert this. Okay, it's not orcs, but it doesn't actually decrease my tolerance of goblins. Trade efficiency is good. East Camp. We may have expanded far from our little corner of Escann, but our borders now stretch far eastward all the way to the Serpent Spine. Our encampments and fortifications in the Whistlevale and Cursewood will have to be extended. By establishing an eastern camp, we will be able to expand our influence even further. I mean, our borders do stretch all the way to the Serpent Spine, but like, it's asking. Yeah. I really wish they would have finish this nation because it does not feel finished. Alrighty. A new order. We are Rosalardi, but with each passing day it seems we are becoming something new as well. To that end, why should we be bound by the Rosalardi hatred for cavalry? These fearsome forces instill terror on the foes they face. What better effect could we wish for? By seizing Tarentum, the old capital of Adenica, we can repurpose the Terran plains and training grounds for a new order of knights. The Terran plains are all yours, my lord, said one of the knights after the last battle was over. Now he alone walked the fields, cast in shadow. With no moon to keep him company, a distant horse cry made him remember. All these farms, servants, and the castles are all yours now, my son, said his old lord and father, the day Lucian was knighted just before his liege's army for the Lilac War. His father gifted him a fine Arabani destrier. Just like he promised, clad in full plate, the young knight rode his steed into combat. It was quite a muscular horse with light gray, beautiful hair, for which it was given the name Steel. All fields have become the same for him now. The echo of dead men and horses, burning fields, and the rumble of castles falling to ruin. After Steel died, skewered by Steel, on just his third battle, all horses became so too. The cry came closer. It came accompanied by torchlight and sulfuric odor, the oh-so-familiar scent of ashes, of agony. Lucian quickly turned. The black beast, only distinguishable in the night by its fiery mane illuminating its figure, was scorching the ground that its steel-sounding hooves ran over. In pure animalistic fascination and excitement, Lucian threw himself upon the creature. The beast struggled and rampaging. Lucian felt the heat on his cold, dead skin. It did not burn. Rather, it was warm to him. As the thrill and power lust grew as a fire, the beast's rage grew too. Grass and trees decorated the night in flame. The vampire did not notice how much time he spent wrestling with the beast. He returned to reason suddenly. Fire was Lucian's only son in these couple of centuries, and he was riding it. He felt like a child again, a quite sadistic one. He also felt the horse's pain through her rage. But even the hell spawn gets tired too, just like Lucian gets tired sometimes. The vampire tightened his grip, and the nightmare finally submitted. He, covered in cinder, slowly rode the monster back home and thought clearly again. He wanted more of these. He wanted to see his own blazing knights on hellish steeds, to feed on fear, fascination, and pain. As dawn approached, he entered his lair in the mare Agony, as that was her color and Lucian was stained with it. Tremble in despair, mortals. So we get Terror Knights, which are quite good, but super expensive. And let me actually send an insult. Okay, the West Camp. Okay. Time to actually deal with problems. Yes, we can. Vampires, hunters close in. A knock is heard on the door of Lucian's private quarters. He expects no one at this time of night. It is dead silent. Soundlessly, almost floating in the air, he unsheathes his sword, stepping closer to the door. He reaches towards the handle. In the blink of an eye, Lucian slings the door open, almost sending it off its hinges, and thrusts the blade towards the neck of the assailant. Even faster, the mysterious man stops Lucian's blades with just his thumb and index finger. The blade can almost touch the unbeating pale neck of Lucian. Gasps. He realizes. He looks at the man towering in front of him and raises their other hand, bonks Lucian's head. After a slight pause, they laugh and share a hug, patting each other on the back. It was his own sire, Mikhail. Mikhail talks at length about how he came to know of Lucian's success, sometimes reprimanding him for never sending a letter, despite Lucian's reasons for staying silent and hidden. Lucian then recounts his story thus far, and the decisions, hard and easy, that he had to make. They both laugh and bellowing. They both laugh bellowingly throughout the entire night, eventually reminiscing on their own history together. In the morn, one of Lucian's servants brings him breakfast. The tray almost drops to the ground as the servant gets caught off guard by the tall stranger. Mikhail catches the tray in midair, blinking from his seat to the other side of the room. Not understanding what happened, the servant stands there motionless, only waking to Lucian's domineering words. This man here is my guest, and he shall be addressed in the same extent as myself. His needs must be fulfilled to the letter. After the servant leaves, the otherwise light-hearted Mikhail grows solemn and turns to Lucian. Are you still looking for Etelind? Is the search why you are lying to me? Lucian does not respond, but his cheerful demeanor has vanished. There is a lengthy and eerie silence until Lucian says, "A feast. Let us celebrate." And they got a... Sorry, they got an error. Which sucks. I'll take this. Okay, this has a barracks, this needs barracks. That twice. Base manpower at least 8. And we need ramparts. Great. Alright. Tiresome facade. It is so annoying when mortals forget their place. They have no more right to challenge Lucian, a superior being, than the stone does the mason. But we must admit that our lord has become a tad flamboyant, and the nations around us have taken notice of his aggressive behavior. There are whispers of a unified front being created against us. We must look into this and cut off any danger at once. When Mikhail steps into Lucian's parlor, dangling a wine glass in one hand, the younger vampire knows something is on his mind. Years with his sire taught him to see the slight tension in Mikhail's shoulders, the way his eyes quickly size up the room. But Lucian does not have the patience he once did. "What is it, Mikhail?" he says sharply. The elder vampire's face is blank as he replies, Your kingdom risks exposing the masquerade. You are too obvious." But he waves a hand to cut off Lucian's supply. "That does not matter. Your search for Etelind is the height of foolishness. You must leave it be." "Foolishness?" Lucian snaps. Foolishness is accepting a child's fairy tale as the only history of our kind. It is all we need, Mikael replies. You have a kingdom, you have a king's life. Why must you obsess over the one woman whose death would kill us all? I need to understand the past. I will not go through life blind to our origins. Lucian suddenly stands up. You are an honored guest here, Mikael, but if you truly have such strong feelings, perhaps it is time for you to move on. In response, Mikael crushes the wine glass in one hand. Though the shards fall to the ground, not a single drop of blood stains the floor. I will leave you to your rule, Lucian, and I wish you the best. But if I hear that you pursue Edelind further, I will have to intervene. With that, the elder body transforms into mist and disappears into the night. Lucian stares at the broken glass on the floor for a moment before turning away and shouting for a servant to come clean it up. Okay, and we have this. Okay, Escann needs a level 2 center of trade. There are many amongst the adventurers who despise the orcs. We of course share this popular view, but unlike the others, we see profit in their suffering. These nations that expel or even kill their orcs are letting them go to waste. It is certain that with the right relations and perhaps incentives, these nations would be willing to send the orcs our way instead, so that we may put them to better use by integrating them into our market. Okay, so we have the Board of Chains, which will make us even richer. Claims on our rivals. And we actually don't need to do this anymore. Goblin Minister will not draw attention. Yeah, we actually want him. Cassier, Lemsier. Okay. And we want to take this. Development. Alrighty. New idea. Yeah, we'll do that. We want to... Yeah, gotta side with the nobility on that one. Okay, I don't care too much about the orcs. Those are orcs, those are orcs, orcs, orcs. Alrighty. Orcs can have whatever religion they want, I don't care. And we need 2, 1, 2. And in Vale Fort, we need ramparts. take another one. Let us take Siege Experts. West Camp. Cassier is eager to prove himself worthy of our master's immense gift. He has drawn up plans for westward expansion towards the vulnerable and shaded lands of Bibivar. The first step is establishing some more military bases on our western border. These will be the dens from which our wolves emerge and tear into the enemy. What are they allied with? Okay. Vampire hunters close in. Tech are they? Tech 7 versus Tech 10. Let me go ahead and see how much of Blade Breakers I can eat. Blade Breakers. Raven March to just help us out. Who are they at war with? Trade. Vampire hunters close in. Confrontation. Hunter slain. Alrighty, 666. 22, 11. Mural of Castellar. And I actually will convert this just for religious unity. of an elder. Take Diplo. Just end the war already, please. Reps, there we go. Unity. I'm just going to take what I can get from them. Actually, oh, yeah, I'll go ahead and take that. Guardians of the God Shield. Valeford is our current capital, but our one true heart lies deeper within its walls, residing in the coffin of our Lord Lucian. It only stands to reason that we should strengthen our ribcage, prepare ramparts and fortifications around the Dark Keep, along with securing the lands nearby so that we may ensure his safety. And we want to build spy network here. Statesman, diplomat. I'll take this. Who is Aryan allied to? Okay, so we want to call in Aryan, Bon. Therefore, call them in. Call on Wyvernheart. This is Woodbat. Okay. Representatives of the Crown, regional councils, favoritism. We will take this because, if anything, Lucian is an absolute autocrat. Yeah, this man is 100% a brutal autocrat. Okay, like that. More orc slaves. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. What else do we want? Deploy rep. And we want that. Promote culture cost. Is promote culture different from culture conversion? Or, no, promote culture is... yeah. Okay, from Kugildir, I want that. All their money. More reps. And that. Alrighty. Just siring an heir. We still got that guy. Okay, I can take that. What time is it? is currently 10 o'clock for me, and there's 35 minutes left in the video. Conversion, tank 4, and force religious unity. There we go. There goes our Inquisitor. Grand Visions. Lucian is the mental architect of Luciande and all the wonders that have arisen out of it. But for all his grand talents and powerful abilities, he is not a physical architect. He is, however, wise far beyond any other. By assigning spies to scour Silverforge for weakness, openings, and potential targets, we will devise a way to make up for the shortcoming of Lucian. Kneeling, Balin Hardhammer was all alone in the dimly lit room. With a heavy sigh, he lowered his head into his hands, covering his scarred eyes. Looming over him, a statue of Balger the Builder, the entire room a shrine to the former dwarf, now deity. This old fool once again comes to you begging for his sight. I know it is my fault. I do, but my hands do not. They still ache and yearn to craft, to forge. You have blessed me with such a passion, yet I wasted it with my own mistake. He spoke, feeling the scars covering his eyes that left them useless. Is that what you wish for? Your eyes to work once more? A booming voice echoed off the walls, seemingly surrounding the dwarf. I need it as I need to breathe. Who am I without my forge? Balin responded to the voice with a slight panic, a part of him questioning whether his prayers finally reached above or there was merely a dwarf in the room with him. I cannot give you your eyes, but I will give you sight. Rise, the mysterious voice responded. Balin rose with a nod, uncovering his hands and turning his head left and right as if to look for the source. Lucian strode forward and his fangs bared. He will be of use. And we turned a dwarf. Luckless readout. Castellos is dead. Norchester. What is my force limit now? Way more. Let me just add 4 here. And this province support. And another 3. Lucian strode into Balin's workshop as he had many times before, but this time was different. As Balin came into Lucian's line of sight, Lucian too got the feeling of someone watching him. Balin, however, was still turned away, tinkering with some gray shape in his workbench. Not that it would matter, as Balin could not see regardless. You see me, said Lucian bluntly, standing by the side of Balin's table. The gaze intensified on Lucian promptly before Balin responded and put down the mask. Yes, my lord. With his response, Lucian spoke again. And what is that in your hands? As Lucian spoke, the hairs on Balin's arms stood up on their ends. The world seemed so clear to him. He had sensed every step Lucian took in the room. As light as they had been, every change in the air or facial expression was clearer than ever. The mass he put down was clay, a shaped clump of clay. It was intricately designed, though. No larger than a human's hand, it showed a mountain with a castle on top. Each window of the castle designed and each brick etched into the mold. Balin waited a moment before speaking. Silent repose, or as I like to call it, Castle Silnators. Cassier's command. Vampires in the administration. I need that. Balin's Haven. Okay, and we take this. Alright. Great power-wise, we are number 3. Oh, the Demirage has... let me guess, Proby. They have Jadari, Sheikovan, Mulan is all Proby's, which is pretty crazy. Luckless Readout needs a fort. Okay. Alright. There we go. The hunt attacked by vagrants. Okay, how much longer? That's done quite a while. And I need to increase relations with countries. I believe our ogres are somewhere over here. Oh, here they are. Anywhere else? Varia. Gnomish hierarchy is basically dead. Birth of a new people. Alright. Yep, Bibivar. Meyer rebuilt, and we probably want to put a fort there. Oh, did they rival us? Yep, they did. Okay, let me... want to do that. Stamarian. Keep our goblins around. Everyone else gets converted. textile manufactories. Spy network. The Screaming Forest. The only orcs we need in our lands are those ready to be bought and sold. The tribes that have managed to escape and live in the borderlands need to be caught and relocated to a better location, a walled-in forest where there are fair game to particular hunters. These will get converted over. All these should be getting converted. Alright, Dark Contender. Okay, so Scornfully Insulted. Justice and Profit. Dark Contender. From an upstart on the edge of Escann, Lucian and Cassier, by Lucian's guidance, have brought the military might of Lucian to the forefront of the region. Orcs and adventurers and goblins alike have all fallen to our blades and been trampled under our boots, yet still some stand to rival us. If we are to seize control of Escann and consolidate it, we must bring these rivals to heel and demonstrate our unwavering strength. Do they get a new name when they convert to Sun Cold or something? That's great. Trade. Yeah, we'll do a little trade. Get rid of that pop-up. The Gnawing Hunger. core that up, and I guess I'll core this as well. I'm gonna keep the Ferrani around just because I think it's cute. The reason why I'm not conquering anything is because I'm gonna basically conquer all of Bibivar. More God. Yeah, I'm gonna wait just a little bit. Okay, I need to do something with my mill points. Let me just call this, what? The Screaming Forest. That's what it's called, right? Yep. Because I think that name's very metal, and I want to use it. Check. What is combat with? 27. 28. 28. More culture conversion. Yep. These guys. Oh. Who's that? Pairview. Surprised they're still alive. Portnam's still alive. I have Chander's a thing. Didn't mean to do that. I'll put a fort there. There. There's a fort there. looks pretty good. Need to take all of this. Destroy Bibivar. Okay. Well, I am going to leave it there for now. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. It hasn't been the most action-packed, but next episode we are going to annex Bibivar. We're also going to be setting up defenses after that, and probably working on conquering Inner Castanor. We should be able to get a good amount of Esthil. Have they? No. We're the only one who's managed to actually flip over. Well, Council League is still here, I guess. Really? Sad that they don't get to form Castellir. Iron Dwarves or Stone Dwarves are a thing. I guess we can take a little look around the world and see what else is happening. Zaka is big. Well, not huge big, but they have a whole bunch of tributary states. That's kind of what they look like. Elisna won the Battle for Keteratera, and Barucht split it with them, weirdly enough. Viacoc's still around, Deshak's still around, Big Laurent, Wesdam, nothing too unusual. Emerald Orcs. Anyone interesting? No. Alrighty. I think I'll call that an episode. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and have a good day.